Okay, everybody, thank you. Welcome back to the Endgame. I'm your host, JC Rademas. The Endgame, the only show that cannot be defeated by Chuck Norris. That is right. And tonight's show, we have a very special guest for you. My good friend, very funny comedian, right to my right, Mr. Larry Lancaster. Mr. Larry Lancaster is a comedian, actor, and model. Larry Lancaster, no doubt Baltimore's funniest man. He won the 2011 DMV Best Comedian Award and was the voice of Gerard on 92Q's Big Fat Morning Show. He has appeared on BET's Comic View and opened for Cedric the Entertainer, Eddie Griffith, and Music Soul Child. Please give it up for Mr. Larry Lancaster.
Please be seated.
Larry, comedian, yes. Actor, possibly. Model, what?
For Value City, man.
For Value City?
Right.
Oh, the cheap
guy that had the
furniture store.
in his underwear.
Oh, okay.
Pointing.
That's terrific. That's terrific.
Right.
The man knows his place.
Right.
Okay, and next to Larry Lancaster, we have the one and only Miss Ellen G. Ellen G is a Baltimore native and is the director of Evolution of Perspective, the EOP. Ellen G hosts the Evolution of Perspective on Blog Talk Radio and is the host of Perspective Rap Sessions, a support group for women who battle relationship addiction. Please give it up for Miss Ellen G. All right. Now, Miss Ellen G, I have to ask you about this. Now, you say you talk to women about relationship addictions.
Yes.
Is there any way could you talk to my co-host, Miss Tasha Tucker? Because she can't get in a relationship for anything in the world. Could you do anything?
Time for me? I do.
Thanks,
I'll
girl.
make time for you.
And I need you to give me, if possible, a list of those women that have problems with that. I will help them.
I need the same list.
I'll text it to you.
Right.
I will beat it up. All right, next.
To the crack house, baby. And get some crack.
He wants his tires
About that last one.
Right.
Yeah, no.
Right outside the crack house, I got me right.
See?
I was thinking of a different kind of
Catch him
crack.
coming right
My
for your
mouth was
meat.
somewhere else.
Right.
Let me help you, my queen.
Let me tell you something. Larry is definitely from Baltimore. That's terrible. That's the Wire talking right there. All right, next to Miss Ellen G, we have Miss Tiffany Simpson. Miss Simmons, is practice law at Atkins Deco in Puig, where she assists clients in education law through advocacy, negotiations, litigation, and accomplish their educational goals. She also teaches courses of criminology and criminal justice at Howard University. Please give it up to Miss Tiffany Simmons.
Yeah.
Get it, girl.
Oh,
You can
yes. See, Larry, this is what I'm talking about.
Two beautiful sisters, accomplished.
And
Both
educated.
Thank you.
Well, hold on. She's got a couple of those things. Let's not go crazy.
Right.
And as we always do here on the Endgame, we have a person from our audience just to give us a viewpoint of what a point of view of a regular person. And who else but this one gentleman right here, Mr. Chipp Jones. Chipp Jones is a regular dude. That's it. Nothing else follows. Well, I don't know. Please give it up for Mr. Chipp Jones. All right.
Chip look like Sojourner Douglas when they shoot the shadow.
I only wish I knew who that was.
It's an opportunity. It's a college. Sojourner Douglas.
Oh, okay.
Sojourner Truth and Douglas
Right.
put together.
Frederick Douglass and Sojourner Truth, they did a mashup?
They're
They did a collab. I'm all about black people working together. All right. So now is the first quarter, and in the first quarter, we talk about entertainment news. And in entertainment news, there's nothing bigger going on than the election. Now, in this election is really heating up, and both the Republican and Democratic parties decided to bring out the big guns. So who else is bigger than my man?
Hey, I'm Chuck Norris, and this is my wife, Gina.
It is estimated that in the 2008 election, 30 million evangelical Christians stayed home on voting day, and Obama won the election by 10 million votes. We will preserve for our children this last best hope for man on earth, or we will sentence them to take the first step into 1,000 years of darkness.
Yeah, that's right. 1,000 years of darkness, a whole millennium.
So I guess What are you like? He's not gonna pay the electric bill? Like, what are they talking about?
Larry.
You know that's coded language.
Oh, what are they saying?
They're basically trying to come from a Christian historical belief that President Obama is the Antichrist.
Oh.
And there's certain people, right-wing people of the party, who believe that he is the Antichrist. I actually read a book called The New World Order, where they reference that the Antichrist would come on earth and he would rule for 1,000 years, and he would be a highly regarded, popular member of politics. And so that's what they were referencing. It's what you call a dog whistle.
Whoa. Wait a minute, hold on a second. Larry, what are you talking about? Dog whistles?
No, it's a
Obama?
political term where certain people speak to a certain demographic that only knows what they mean.
Right.
And it works just like a dog whistle. If you blow a dog whistle, you and I can't hear it.
That's
Only
right.
the dog can hear it. So in political terms, they say certain codes or terms that mean something, but to the untrained eye, you don't really know what they're saying. Like when Newt Gingrich refers to him as the greatest food stamp president in history, he's basically making a term about African Americans or minorities, saying this is why people vote for him.
Well, hold on a
because
second,
in
Larry.
their mind, they only think that we're the only ones who are on food stamps. So that's what you call a dog whistle. It's not said outright, but it's implied, and there's certain things that are said. Only the people in their base understand what they mean.
Miss Ellen G.,
Yes.
you currently or may have been on food stamps at some time. Was he talking to you at any point? Do you believe in what he's saying? Because some people might say this is like a conspiracy theory.
It's not a conspiracy
So, but do you understand what he's saying, and do you subscribe to that same theory?
I fully understand what it is that he's saying. I never really thought about it like that, but what he's saying makes sense to me. And the statement is just ridiculous. Like, even if you don't understand, like, the underlying...
But that's just the point. It's not meant for people like us.
Right,
Okay, well, you know what? It's meant for the maybe the wealthy and the very highly educated, which brings me to Miss Tiffany Simmons. Now, Chuck Norris was talking to you. Right or wrong. And you see this wife, Gina, she look lovely.
And I mean, that's your opinion. But.
Well, I'm saying she's a woman. That's not my opinion. That's just biology. She is sending that message out. Do you think that there are going to be people that, do you believe that what they were saying? First of all, do you think that if we do not vote for Romney, it's going to plunge us into 1,000 years of darkness?
We just got out of 1,000 years of darkness called Bush. So how can we going to continue that? Is that what she's saying? And
She's saying
I'm still on the evangelistical Christians part.
What
what does that mean? Because I'm a Christian.
That was the dog whistle
That-
part. It was. She said 30 million evangelicals did not vote. So that means stop what you're doing. 30 million so-called, probably, presumably, white evangelicals. I'm talking to you. If you do not get out and vote for Mitt Romney, we will be plunged into 1,000 years of darkness. Those are biblical terms.
Don't forget the part about saving our children.
Where those
We have to
people
save our
gotta save
children.
the
understand, right?
Because the children are the future. Well, look, understand this, though.
See,
She didn't say that, hold on there. She didn't say, go out and vote for Romney. She said 30 million evangelical whatevers stayed home and Obama won.
By 10 million.
So they can, by 10 million, so they can go out and vote whoever they wanted. They can vote for me, they can vote for you.
Come on, Carlos.
That's not
You
what
know
she
better than that.
I do.
She's saying,
Or maybe I don't.
because you did not do what you were supposed to do, he won.
Right.
Don't let that happen again this time.
Darkness is
That's
spreading.
the message. And if you don't vote, it's not only going to be 4 more years of Obama, it's, oh my God, 1,000 damn years of darkness, which is ridiculous.
Darkness is spreading.
Right.
That's what they say. Chip,
Yes. I'm
Tell
an
me.
educated man, computer consultant.
oh, that's right.
So,
Chip.
I mean, Larry is right. I mean, it is a coded message. It's pointed toward these evangelicals in a religious imagery of darkness, because most of them, like Mormons, believe that the curse
Well, I
of
mean,
Cain
just
and
because
Abel
I don't think Chuck
pigmentation.
Norris and his wife are morons just because they think that, that didn't go anywhere.
No, but
He said Mormons. No,
Carlos, what you're missing is that these
Evangelicals.
These evangelicals believe that the curse of Cain and Abel was darkness. It was that black people come from a strain that was damned.
Right.
And so this is a coded message to these people. And that's why it's hey, evangelicals, stand up, listen, I'm talking to you. You guys know the same Bible we're talking about.
Absolutely.
We know these black people, they come from evil.
And so,
Damn,
also,
Chip, is that what they said?
Also, with him coming out and saying I'm okay with same-sex marriages, that's the spin. See, they can't really talk about him to the extent because he's a very popular person. So if they talk about him in real direct terms, then it could work against them. So they have to talk in this coded language where only the people who understand what they mean can get it. Because you don't want to bash him or talk about him in direct terms because he's so popular.
Right. But I mean, the main thing about this, Carlos, is that what we know from 2005 on in elections is that elections are not won by what the media says, the swing vote. Elections are won by your base coming out and voting. And so that's what they're trying to do, is fire up that base, make them believe that they need to get out and vote this time, that you guys have to come to the polls or this terrible stuff is going to keep going on. Because that's how elections are won now.
Right.
That's why politicians now don't really talk about their issues. They want to be liked by their base and to motivate their base, because that's how you win elections. Swing voters, it doesn't really matter.
Okay, well, one person I know that definitely feels what Chuck is saying is one of my producers, Miss Tasha Tummings. Tasha, when you see that video, doesn't it spark something? Doesn't it make you want to get out and vote?
It actually does, and I totally understand what Larry's talking about, with the coded messages. It's kind of like Lil Wayne and all his raps when he says, "Sue woo." Right. He's talking to a coded, it's a special group of people that they understand. So, yeah, I didn't really relate to that message because I didn't know. I mean, she was real blonde and she looked
It's like when you walk in an
out.
expensive store and the salesperson come up to you and say, we don't have layaways.
Yeah.
Basically what they're saying is,
what does that mean?
You can't afford nothing in here, you should leave. So it's a coded language.
Well, when they say that to me, I say, thank you, sir, good day, and I walk out. Moving on from that, we have something else going on in this world, and that is tattoos. And celebrities out there, there's a lot of celebrities have been getting strange tattoos. Recently, Chris Brown has got a tattoo of his ex-girlfriend beat the hell up on his neck.
Oh, she was beat up?
Yeah, there's a girl named Rihanna. You didn't hear about that?
No, I mean, they actually drew a picture of her beat up on him.
It's not her, it's a lady.
It's an image, it's just an image of a woman, it's not Rihanna.
And it looks just like Rihanna.
So was that to remind him that you should never beat a woman?
He can't see it. He can't see it.
He can't see it.
When you look in the mirror, every time you look in the mirror.
And he knows it's there.
Yeah.
That's true. Now, Ellen, let me ask you, Ellen, have you ever had the urge to put another man's face on your body?
He doesn't mean tattoo.
Yeah. No. What? Larry. You need to calm your ass down.
She got
have you ever wanted to have a tattoo of, say, Larry on your back? Side or anywhere?
I don't have any tattoos.
No?
No.
Okay.
And the idea of putting, if it's a reminder, like the charges that he went through, and just that whole experience, that's a reminder enough. Like that's insulting to women and to domestic violence. Like it's insulting and it's insensitive.
Let me go to Miss Tiffany Simmons. Have you ever had someone tattoo, they tattooed your face on their body? I can see that. You're a very attractive woman. I'm sure there's few, I'm thinking about it right now. What would you say to people who have done things like these?
Putting tattoos of people's faces on them, for what? Because when you get older, it's not going to look cute.
Right.
It's not even going to look the same.
No, I mean, I have a cousin now who got it, she was cute, had a nice little flat stomach, had a son. The sunrise, now a sunset, because she got pregnant. And it was real big.
I would have thought that thing went nova.
It did. Supernova, actually. But that's not a good look. And I agree with her. To me, it's like glorifying abuse. What is the point? And he's a role model. A lot of kids look at him to figure out what the standard is. So, you know, we first had the little tear with Lil Wayne. So now I'm going to get my baby mama with an eye patch put right here, and that's supposed to be attractive. Are you going to get a job, brother? Because you're not Chris Brown.
Because you know, a rapper named Gucci Mane also had a tattoo of an ice cream cone on his face. This is a man stating to the world, I'm never going to hold a regular job ever again. I am dedicating myself to this hip-hop game.
You got a tattoo on your face. You don't have no white people plans. Like,
nope.
Or snooty black people plans.
Right.
Because I'm sorry, I wouldn't hire that person.
You can't.
You ain't trying to have a credit report, nothing.
No.
Oh, it's going to say 0.
Yeah.
-20.
Miss Tasha Tummings.
Chris Brown is fine. If he wanted me to put a tattoo of him on my body, I would.
All right, you are nuttier than a fruitcake, and I knew it.
It's a cost they're paying for celebrity. They gotta do something to keep in the public eye.
Hold on, Chip. We gotta run. Thank you for those very deep, profound words. All righty, we're gonna take a break. We will be right back after this. This is the End Game. I'm your host, J.C. Rademas. We'll be right back. I would get a tattoo. Hey, welcome back to the End Game. The End Game is the only show that's a part of Romney's 53%. We are in the second quarter now, and in the second quarter, we talk about national news. And in national news, the biggest thing in the headlines is Mitt Romney. Mitt Romney told everybody, to a small group of people, rather, he cares about the most important people.
People who vote for the president no matter what. There are 47% who are with him, who are dependent upon government, who believe that they're victims, who believe that government has a responsibility to care for them, who believe that they're entitled to health care, to food, to housing, to you name it. But it's an entitlement, and government should give it to them. And they will vote for this president no matter what.
Yep. 47% of you mofos are on welfare and food stamps and everything dependent upon the man, and you think that you're just supposed to be giving stuff. Somebody that's definitely on that 47%, Mr. Chipp Jones. Was he talking to you? Do you feel entitled? Do you feel like, you know, does he speak for you? Does Romney represent you and who you are?
He doesn't represent me, but I mean, he mixed up a whole bunch of stuff, but like I said earlier, this is about motivating your base, and that's the way election politics run now. If you look at it, what he's saying is actually true for election politics. Is 47% of the population he's not going to get, doesn't matter what he does. That 6% swing vote, doesn't really matter. He needs to motivate his 47% that want him and get them out at the polls.
No.
So, I mean, he's mixing a lot of stuff together that's incorrect, but the percentage is correct.
The percentage is correct, but a lot of those people that are on government assistance are, say, like military. They work for their own assistance and Social Security.
You're making the same mistake that he's making. I mean,
I am?
Yeah, because
I've only been wrong once. That was back in '82 when I thought I was mistaken.
The election politics is not about who those people are, whether or not they're on assistance or whatever. It's about, are they his people? And that's what he mixed up. Who are his people, you know?
Now, who are his people? Tiffany Simmons, are you one of his people?
No, I'm black, so I wouldn't be one of his people.
Yeah, but you are wealthy. You got more money than God.
I mean, yeah, that's me. I represent children, so I make $2.50.
Oh, wow.
Per day. Yeah.
That's not true. I don't believe that at all.
That feeds 60.
Well, I mean, but I'm saying you're one of the learned people in society, so I would think that he's speaking to you and anybody who has just a little bit of change. So
you just said what I just said. I make $2.50, so a little bit of change.
I calculate.
Stand corrected. Miss Ellen G.
Yes, sir.
Would you, you hear that, Tasha? She said, sir.
She doesn't know you.
That is true. what do you think about his 47% claim and how, you know, basically just the video, what do you think?
So the percentage number I don't really know a lot about, but I personally feel like what he said was that it was a fact. There are some people in our society who feel like they're entitled to things that they don't work for, and they believe that the government is supposed to give it to them. Now, whether or not...
You just stepped on somebody's toes.
I mean, and so he stepped on a lot of people's toes. I know people personally who, I had a conversation earlier about Section 8, about how people feel like, I don't want to have to pay rent. I want a Section 8 voucher, I want food stamps, I want a subsidy check for my BGE bill. So those people do exist.
Well, you got to understand, Larry Lancaster is going through the three things right now. So, Larry, huh?
Why did y'all sit me beside a Republican?
Thank you.
Second thing is, that was another classic example of a dog whistle.
Okay.
Mitt Romney was talking to his base, and it's fascinating to me that there are a lot of corporate people who get corporate welfare. They have subsidies for oil companies who make record profits.
Right.
A lot of these companies get corporate welfare. They get billions and billions of dollars, and Mitt Romney is not complaining about that. And as soon as he gets in, he said he wanted to lower the tax rate for the top 1% to 3%. So if they can be okay, people who don't need the money, then why can't people who need some help get help? So he's letting you know who he's going to look out for and who he's not. And the last thing, you're the president, you're everyone's president, not just a percentage of the people.
Church.
That is right, that is right.
Preach.
Tasha, are you a part of Romney's 47% or the 53? I think you're part of the 53.
Well, I'm trying to figure out, I thought I was a part of 53, but if you buy food stamps for somebody that's a part of the 47, where do you lie?
All right. Yeah. Every week I say I'm not going to talk to this man. I do it every time.
That's real information.
Okay, next up we have, recently New York City has banned the Big Gulp. Is this infringement on people's rights? I mean, if I want 75 gallons, ounces of some really cool drink, why can I not have it? Ms. Simmons, you're the lawyer here. Is this legal? Can they do that? Can they just limit me to only 12 ounces?
The Constitution says that we have a right, the government has a right to look out for the general welfare of the public. Our nation is fat. We have a lot of medical problems that come from obesity. So in their minds, that is a justification for the passage of that type of law.
Okay, now you're the professional person. Now I'm going to go to the real person that would know this. Chipp, you are a man of larger girth. What do you think about this? How do you feel about the government telling you how many portions you can have?
I am terrified. I was telling Larry earlier, I'm terrified of going to New York and being pulled over, handcuffed, just because I got a 2-liter soda in the back of my trunk. I am scared.
Hey, you got to move that weight out of state, Daddy.
You know?
You got a couple 2 liters in the trunk?
That's it.
Ooh, that's
pulled
terrible.
over. But I understand. I mean, the government is working on social issues, and they're trying to move the needle. I don't know. I mean, we're always fighting back and forth. Where's individual rights and government rights? So,
Larry, you tell me, do you think this is a little bit of government going out of control?
I think it's a classic example of hypocrisy. And you have all these right-wing people saying, we don't want government in our business, but yet they're okay with people in New York, the legislature in New York passing this bill. What about gun control? How is it that a man can walk into a movie theater and shoot up all these people and have all this ammunition and nothing being done about that?
I don't think it's okay to do that, Larry.
No.
I think that's against the law, too.
No, the point is that they don't fight gun control because the lobbyists are too strong.
Well, I mean, you do have a constitutional right, though.
Industry. I'm not saying you shouldn't have guns. I'm saying you shouldn't have a damn 80 bullet clip. That's my point. You shouldn't be able to shoot that many people in that short amount of time, and the only reason more people weren't injured is because the gun jam. What about the tobacco industry? How is it you can buy a pack of cigarettes?
But shouldn't you focus on what's the what's the greater good?
I think you should focus on what's most detrimental.
Exactly.
Well,
so,
I mean, diabetes.
So more people die of diabetes.
I don't want to get
and
my
heart
foot
disease.
cut off, Larry.
I want to see that guy with the 80 banana clip, and I don't care about somebody wanting to get fat off a damn Slurpee.
Gun violence is going down. Gun violence is going down.
I ain't never died because you ain't drunk a Slurpee.
Gun violence is going down, but heart disease and diabetes is going down.
Okay, look. I am with Chipp because he could probably fight me. Next, we also have coming up is voting. There's a lot of voter fraud going on. Actually, there isn't. There's like almost zero. But some people out there think it's a real travesty going on. Let me ask Mr. Larry, what do you think is going on with this whole movement for the voting ID? ID?
Let's call it
who's this going to hurt?
It's voter suppression. They looked at the demographic, saw who voted for Obama, and they passed laws to suppress those particular people. They never worried about voter fraud when George Bush stole an election. Nobody needed an ID then. Why you need one now? Now, do I think you should have an ID to vote? Possibly, but why now when we had the first black president in
I
history?
will tell you why,
Now
Larry. It's
IDs.
very painfully obvious. If we don't do this now, it could plunge us into 1,000 years of darkness. Do you want that to happen?
They're trying to change the game to benefit them.
But it's the same game. I mean, like I said from the beginning, this is the same through line about motivating your base. And if you can't motivate your base, then the flip side is to suppress the other guys. And that's what this is about.
Ellen G.
Yes, sir.
I love it when she says that. Tasha, you need to take that.
I just threw it in my mouth, and so did Larry.
Terrible. Ellen, what do you think about this whole voter fraud thing, the whole initiative?
I think the idea that you can manipulate the perception of media, the way that the media does that with people, and try to make people think that people are just out here just like randomly lying about voting is ridiculous. So then if you can convince people that people are out here just randomly lying about voting, then you can push the issue about voter. Oh, this is important. It's always been important. And so, like, I feel like they're creating panic, and it's unnecessary, and Obama will probably win anyway. So.
What?
Sue Woo? What?
Okay.
I just went crazy for no reason.
Yeah.
It is a panic. We need to let people know. Get all the old people in a van and take them to get IDs because they don't have them. Because they don't need IDs to get their medication. They just give a bill. So,
Tasha, who will not vote?
Old people and poor people and people that live in rural communities that out in the sticks. We call the sticks that's in the country. Y'all don't know about that. But yeah, so you need to, if you have a car and you know somebody that you don't think has an ID.
Yeah, you don't have a car.
You don't have a car. Well, if you can get a Metro Pass and a bike, you need to get an old person on your back, get Mary Bethune-Cookman on your back and take her to go get an ID because...
So, Carlos, the interesting thing...
worst person I've ever met. Thank you, Tasha.
Carlos, the interesting thing...
Hold on real quick, because I have to go to, we got to go to the break and I have to get Ms. Simmons. What do you think about this?
I think it's the resurrection of Jim Crow, in my opinion.
1,000 years of darkness.
More like 2,000.
Mr. Jones.
And so the interesting thing is the one ID that they will accept that's not like a driver's license or non-driver's license is a gun license.
Right. No picture on it.
No picture on it. It's the only ID that they will accept that doesn't have a picture on it.
C-O-conspiracy.
Right.
All right, that wraps up the second quarter. We are going to go take a break. We will be right back. You are watching the Endgame with me, J.C. Rademas. Keep it right here. It looks just like yours. Tasha hates it every time I bring it up. But there's no two ways about it. Looks just like him, Tasha. There's no two ways about it. It's a clone. Welcome back to the Endgame. Here on the End Game, the only show Kate Middleton is willing to go topless for. Yes, that's right. We are in the third quarter, and in the third quarter, we talk about world news. Oh, yeah, international news. And in international news, we have the Princess of Wales, Kate Middleton, who has taken some topless pictures somewhere in Italy or something like that. Larry Lancaster, do you care? I didn't think so. Why are they putting these pictures up? Why do they make it seem like a lot of us care about what's going on across the pond with these wealthy, rich people? Ellen G., you are a woman who's probably gone topless as recent as today. What would you say if something like this, like these pictures, got out about you? And also, how do you feel about this whole Kate Middleton thing?
I would have to apologize to my children first. I don't care about that, and I'm confused about why we glorify the royal family in England and America. Like, I understand the connection with our roots, with the American history and how we came from there, but I don't understand the obsession with the royal family. Me
neither. Miss Simmons, do you get the obsession? Were you wrapped up in that whimsy of the wedding? And when you saw those pictures, you say, oh my God.
No, I didn't even know about it until recently. I don't care. Who cares? What is the educational value in that? Absolutely nothing. And I'm sorry, I think y'all said that the photographer was like a mile away. She's with her husband. If she wants to go booty naked, let her have fun with her man. Who cares?
Yeah. Larry, you wanted to say something?
I just wanted to say we came from Africa.
Well, I would say,
just put it
Larry,
out
I didn't know you were so militant.
I ain't want her to let that slide.
I knew where she was coming
from. She's in American history.
Thank you.
I love my country.
I came from Ethiopia.
Our history is American history.
Oh, look at him.
The part of the American history means we were founded by England.
We got 6 months to February.
When we say we,
February.
You mean black people? We came from it.
Okay, everybody calm down. Chip. Now, what do you think about this? I'm sure you like to go topless every once in a while.
Sure do.
What would you say about Kate Middleton and these pictures?
It's not important. It's just not important. I mean, the only thing that should be important would be to her that her, her own privacy was invaded, because this guy did shoot with a long lens from half a mile away. So, I mean, that's problematic, but I don't care. I mean, they're grainy, you can't see anything, so,
Well, one of the reasons why you can't see anything because you don't have anything. I mean, an A cup would be flattering her.
Chip more upset about quality.
Right. They're all grainy. He could have used a Nikon at least.
So you'd be happy if she was like Dolly Parton size?
Me? No. I like my fools. Wait a minute, this is not that type of show.
Actually, it is. It is that type of show.
Tasha, what would you say if pictures like this came out about you? I know I would say I would literally throw up in my mouth. And then I would delete the internet.
I, myself, would be so ecstatic because what would happen after that? I'd be Kim Kardashian,
there you know? You go.
Okay.
Yeah,
You think this is your way to get to the top?
Well, yeah, that's how Kim got to the top. I'm gonna work it out my own self. Everybody has the
bottom. She was on the bottom.
She was on the bottom.
I saw the video.
And then she got to the top.
Okay, everybody take it easy.
All I'm trying
What
to
is going on around here?
We're focused. I'm saying I respect her. She's a princess. I don't know what you guys are talking about. She's a princess. There aren't very many princesses out right now, other than like Nicki Minaj, and she's the princess of...
Okay, stop what you're doing. This is terrible. Also terrible in the news, the Arab Spring continues to blow around northern Africa and the Middle East. And recently, a movie came out that started a whole bunch of controversy, led to the murder of a few American citizens, ambassador of Libya. Chip.
Yes.
Now, you look Libyan. What is your take on this whole thing going on with the whole Jasmine?
First of all, it's not a movie. It's a 15-minute YouTube video. And secondly, I think it just played into, there's an industry of terrorism. There are people that make money being terrorists. And, you know, the amount of people that are involved in the bombing and the killing, you know, is a drop in a bucket to the amount of Muslims in the world. And that's the whole thing, is that, you know, part of the problem now is that Muslims are being held hostage to their fanatics, you know? And I think as Americans, we need to start parsing some of that stuff differently, you know?
Okay, Ms. Simmons, some people have been calling for this man to be locked up for his movie. Is there any laws broken? Is there any way that we can put him under the jail? All right, that's terrific. Thank you. No, is there anything?
The gentleman who actually filmed him, actually,
Right.
I mean, First Amendment right.
No.
You still can't incite a riot, though. I mean,
Yeah, and I mean, again,
It's in another country.
But the flip is, going back to something that we discussed earlier, inflammatory statements. People are getting inflamed trying to vote about misfacts, misquotations, and all that other stuff. So what is the difference? He's bringing to the forefront something that actually really does happen. So why should he be put under the jail for it? Because he showed somebody died?
I know that's right, because if they do something like that, they might try to stop me. That ain't gonna happen. Miss Ellen G., you have a show. Larry, you have a show as well. What would you say if someone was saying that this is inflammatory and I'm going to start blowing things up?
Yeah, you have freedom of speech, but you know, you can't yell fire in a theater. But on the internet, you can find almost anything to incite something. That doesn't give people an excuse to go and kill people.
Right.
You know your religion. You know what you're supposed to stand for. That doesn't mean you're supposed to bring bodily harm to somebody because they have a different interpretation, even if it's disrespectful. I mean, that's ridiculous. They use it as an excuse to do what they wanted to do. And I think they're trying to undermine President Obama's foreign policy record.
Yeah, you know, I would say this. For a comedian, you are absolutely hilarious. No, that's terrific.
Thank you.
Miss Miss Ellen, do you want to add anything to that, or do you agree with
What
Larry?
they said.
Yeah.
What they said.
Yeah, I'm good.
She's like a backup singer.
Absolutely.
That's terrific.
Yeah.
Okay. Also in the news, we have 14-year-old girl goes to university. 14-year-old Zimbabwean girl and 3-time Gary Coleman lookalike winner goes to the university for the first time ever. Now, when I brought this up to my producers, they said, hey, this isn't really news. I mean, they said that this was big news and everything, and I was like, well, I don't know, because, I mean, there's other teenagers that have gone to university pretty young. What do you think? Is this really big news? I thought it was news because she was, you know, from Zimbabwe, and I could have swore Gary Coleman died a couple years ago. But what do you think, Larry?
I think it's always a tremendous accomplishment. You know, when somebody goes to school and betters themselves, especially in an atmosphere like that. And I think she's going at a younger age. She's going to college, right? Right, so that's a great thing. I don't know if it's world news, but I mean, it's.
Well, it happened in another country. That's why it was world news.
I don't know if it's
not
news
local
at all, right? Is what
right.
I'm saying.
Okay, you don't know if it's news.
But it's a great thing. It's a great accomplishment. Kudos to her. And winning the contest, Gary Coleman.
Ellen, yes. Oh, spitting image. Miss G, what would you say about a 14-year-old going to university? Like, you have children. Would you say, hey, yeah, you're 14, go ahead?
If you can handle it, sure. Why not?
Okay.
I think the fact that she's orphaned and her parents are no longer around, I think so. And I think to kind of counteract what Larry said, I think because we get so much just negative information shoved down our throats, that it's important for it to be balanced out.
Miss Simmons, do you have any 14-year-olds in your classes at Howard?
No, the youngest I have is 17.
No? That's good. So you got about 2 years.
3?
Chipp. Okay.
Some of us didn't finish school.
Chipp, you sell weed to a lot of college students. Would you sell to a 14-year-old Zimbabwean Gary Coleman?
Sure. I would say it's a nice story, but just to toot my own horn, I went to college at 16 and a half. Both my grandfathers went to college at 14, and my father went to college at 14.
There you go. So this is what I was telling you.
It happens. What I like about this story, Zimbabwe, because, you know, American history, world history, white history, Timbuktu is the furthest place, most uneducated place. It's where the first university in the world was. black people. First university.
That's
Get
right.
it.
I love that. I did not know I was here with the little miniature Black Panther party. The show is doing good things. Ms. Tummings, I told you, there's a lot of people that are children that go to college very young.
And I totally agreed with you. If I didn't get held back, I would have been going just like her.
I like that term, held back.
Yeah, yeah.
You had nothing to do with it.
Nope.
That's what I'm saying.
They just held, you was reaching for the next grade. And they just
Those horrible grades.
back. Right.
Those horrible grades held me back.
I wish you talked to my mama about that. You seem to understand.
Yeah. Okay, that completes the third quarter. We're going to come back with everybody's winners and losers. It's the end game. I'm J.C. Rademas. We'll be right back. Hold on. I was held back. So like I said, after you sleep in it, you can eat it. I'm a genius. Don't go crazy. Welcome back to the end game, the show that's always winning. Pound side, undefeated. Yes, so in this quarter, which is the fourth quarter, we're talking about our winners and losers. Yes, and how it works, you just say who you think is winning and who you think is losing in life. Start off with you, Mr. Lancaster. Larry, who is your winner and who is your loser tonight?
I would like to say the president
is winning
because he's winning right now in the polls, and we want another 4 years because it's very important. And Mitt Romney is a big loser.
Oh. Somewhere else of that? Okay, he's the big loser. All right.
I heard you say big ass loser.
Oh, well, that's too bad. Miss G.
Yes.
Who are your winners and losers?
So now I feel funny about saying it. I feel really fun. But anyway, the Evolution of Perspective on Blog Talk Radio was winning.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, www.blogtalkradio.com/LNG. It comes on every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
That is wonderful. I can't wait to listen to it and be on it.
Yes.
That's nice. Miss Simmons, who are your winners and losers?
Well, I want to give a big winning shout out to the Washington Nationals baseball team.
Yes, they are winning.
They are the first team in the D.C. area to bring back the pen, I think since 1933, so big ups to them. And losing all those people who complain a lot but don't take the time to actually go out and vote and try to make a change.
Yes, those are losers.
Big L's,
right.
big L's.
Because like 30 million evangelicals, that moment.
Yeah,
they are
not one other millennium of darkness.
Watching Oral Roberts and didn't vote.
That's right.
The 700 Club.
That's it.
Mr. Jones, Mr. Chipp Jones, who is your winner or loser?
Loser's a good one. Voter suppression is losing. Ohio, early vote already going on. There's a stay on the law in Pennsylvania, so that's a big loss for them, which I'm grateful about. Winner, actually Arnold Schwarzenegger. You know, he's actually he's come back from the whole divorce thing. He's got a book out now. He's out promoting himself, and he actually started a think tank that's coming out with some really good ideas for California and their budget that are probably going to start going to other states. So I think he's turning the corner here.
And I believe he has a new movie coming out as well, so that would make him a winner. The box office, he's back. When you said he just came back, I thought you were saying from his baby mama house. And I don't know if you've seen her. She's very badly built.
Yeah, she didn't age well.
Did you hear how he got caught?
Yeah, got her pregnant.
No.
That's a big way to go.
Maria said we need to go see a counselor. They went to see a counselor, and as soon as he sat down, she turned to him and said, did you have an affair with a maid and she has your baby? And he just went, yes. He wasn't even thinking. Because he didn't expect the question.
Hold on a second. That is pretty random. She must have had some inside
Yeah, she had an inkling. Right. She took him to a third-party place with a witness.
Maria said that. I thought you said the guidance counselor said.
No. Maria.
I thought the shrink had said.
Maria.
Hey, Arnold.
And the shrink can't do that.
Hey, what's up with you, man? I think there's something going on.
Maria asked him.
Her stomach all swollen.
She saw a 3-year-old with an 18-inch arm.
Yep. No, okay, so Maria
Asked him. First question as they sat down.
and he was like, yeah.
It just caught him off guard. He
works for us.
He didn't expect to have a story, so he just went yes.
Wow.
Well, see that, and then y'all women will say that y'all win honesty. And there you go. Yeah, Tasha, you're winners and losers. You got one?
Yeah, I actually do. I just started watching football, you know. So my winner for this week is Tony Romo. He taught me a lot about football. He taught me that it's a sharing and caring type of game, and you can intercept and people won't hate you. You know, I have my loser being myself, that I paid a lot of money for this hair, and it's nappier than I expected. And when I called the lady, she said I have to take it out and send it back if I want to get my money back. So.
Yeah. I don't think you should be mad at her for that, because it's painfully obvious that it's not yours. It couldn't look any more fake without a chin strap and a price tag. So don't be mad at them for that. My winner, unprecedented. This is a big announcement. Usually, I would say this show. Nope. It's this show and me. We're both winning. We're both awesome. Larry, I can't tell you how great this show and I am. So I continue to win on a daily basis. The losers unfortunately would have to be you, the viewer, because this is our last show for the season. We will not be back till next winter. So you want to continue to win, you will watch that next show, all right? Now, Larry and Ellen and Tiffany, what do y'all have going on? You have the Live Wire Morning Show, I know you do, because I've been on it.
Yes, I did an outstanding job. I host the Live Wire Morning Show. It's WPBradio.com. It's an online morning show. There's also an app that you can download to your phone. If you have an Android or an iPhone. I have it. And we're on Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. till 11 a.m. And I also host my own comedy night in Baltimore at Club 347, which is 347 North Cal Street, every Wednesday at 9 o'clock. So if you're in the Baltimore area and you want to hear some good comedy, come on out.
I will do that next time I'm up there. Miss Ellen G., what do you have going on?
I am the host of The Evolution of Perspective on Blog Talk Radio. I host discussion sessions called Perspectives Rap Sessions. They are the third Saturday of every month from 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. And I am a networking extraordinaire. So I put people together who need to be put together.
That's right. That's right. I can tell that because we're now together. And you need to be with me. Miss Simmons, what do you have?
Well, again, I'm an education attorney, so I handle all cases with kids who are considered quote-unquote bad. So if your child's been suspended, please call us. If you have immigration issues, please call us. If your boss is trying to hit on you and you don't like it, please call us. Akindeko and Puig, www.abpfirm.com.
Tasha, that does not apply to you.
Oh, I was right about
you know. You do not log on to any of that. Chipp, what weed den and Metro stop will we find you at? No, I know you have your own company.
I've worked on your computer. What are you talking about?
Well, yes, you did. What is the name of your company, and how can they get in touch with you?
Computer Chipp. It's www.computerchipp.com.
Okay.
I'll come to your place, fix you up.
You want to give out your number?
Sounds kind of creepy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, hey, you know what? That's my motto, too. I'll come to your place and I'll fix you up. I'll fix you all the way up. Well, that concludes our show. I want to thank you all for listening and watching. You do them both at the same time. Some people can't. But yes, thank you for watching. That was The Endgame. I'm your host, J.C. Rademas. If you want to see or hear more of me, you can log on to districtentertainment.com or .net, and you can watch more episodes of the show, and you can hear my podcast, Inside the Wire, live from Afghanistan with me, J.C. Rademas. So, for my guest and for Tasha, say bye to the people.
More princess-like.
Okay, that's enough of you, and that's What? Okay. That was terrible. All right. Please back me. All right. Thank you all for watching. This is the End Game. God bless.